Boys, it's Chins. Today we will be going over everything that Dana White is doing wrong with the UFC this year in 2026. Now, I actually liked Dana for the longest time. I've been into the sport for about a decade, and everything that Dana has done up until this point, I could say it's been great. I can say that he's been very, very good for the sport. But over the last year or two, maybe even 3 years, I've lost a lot of respect for him. A lot of things that he's done with the UFC, outside of the UFC, it's just unacceptable. And I feel like really anybody else that is involved with the UFC would do a better job as the head of the company. Starting with one of my main complaints from this year: rankings have no meaning. A great example, Volkan Lopez happening earlier this year, that fucking infuriated me. Just the fact that that fight even happened is crazy. It's one of the worst given title shots of all time, and it stalled up the entire division. And now you have a fighter, Movsar Evloev, who should have fought for the title literal years ago. Like, straight up, as soon as he beat Aljo, he should have been fighting for a title within 3 months. That was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. He's just now finally getting a shot, and even then, he still has to wait until August. And honestly, he might not even get it. He legit might not even get it. It might even be Gene Silva. It's fucking crazy. The fact that the rankings, have been a thing for, almost, 15, 20 years now, and there's still no, concrete, I guess, definition to what is a number one contender. Like, you should be able to guarantee yourself a title shot with a certain ranking or a certain win over a certain ranked fighter, and they still don't do that. Rankings mean nothing. It is entirely based on how much money you'll make. If you're Mexican like Diego Lopez, they want a Mexican champion so fucking badly. So they're obviously going to be giving him a title shot over somebody who deserves it, like Movsar Evloev, who I'm not even particularly a big fan of, but it speaks volumes to the rankings meaning anything argument for Dana White. Moving on, no more fucking Apex. What are we doing with the fucking Apex? I'm not even in the same camp as, like, the Apex is, it's killing fights. Like, the fights are still great. Look at the Vallejos and Josh Emmett card that just happened a few months ago. That is literally one of the greatest cards of the year, or one of the most exciting cards of the year, rather, and one of the greatest Apex cards we've ever watched. And some of the best fights we've watched in the last few years have been in the Apex, but that's just the problem. You're depriving the fans of having these insane experiences watching these fights live. I've been to, close to maybe 10 UFC events live, and I agree with Dana when he says that it's probably the greatest sporting event that you can visit. It is. You get a great bang for your buck. You get an 8-hour card, 7-hour card, whatever it is, and if you get a good card, there's nothing like it. There's really nothing like it. Why Apex? Why? You can sell your cards out. You can so easily sell your cards out. It's not even a problem. Mike Malott and Neil Magny sold a majority of their tickets in fucking Canada. Not Neil Magny. Mike Malott and fucking what's his name? Gilbert Burns. Like, you don't need the fucking Apex. And sure, it might save you a little money, but you probably make more money selling tickets, selling out an arena, no? It just makes no sense to me. It's really fucking stupid. Davey Grant just had a fucking fight of the year in the Apex a few weeks ago. Every athlete says that they don't like the Apex. Manny Moicano is always speaking out against the Apex. Yeah, fuck the Apex. It's ridiculous, dude. It's fucking ridiculous. Random lies and beef. Dana is, every fucking week, he's in the fucking news for saying some crazy shit about somebody else, and he's just beefing with somebody. Like the Ngannou beef. I don't want to come up here and say that was a lie, what he said about Ngannou, but, like, why are you're the head of a company and you're beefing with a fighter that used to be your champion? That used to be one of your biggest moneymakers. Like, the fighter pay, you're lying about the fucking fighter pay. I'll get into that a little later. You're beefing with Eddie Hearn. Why, dude? Like, that's just fucking corny. Eddie Hearn didn't even say like 80% of the shit that Dana's mad at him for. He's just falling for misinformation headlines on the internet. And he's coming on to press conferences and he's talking shit about Eddie Hearn for shit that he never said. Like, learn to use the fucking internet. You just gotta stop using this platform to beef with other people. It's starting to get fucking corny. Like, you're like, what, 50, 60 years old? Like, you're too old for this shit, man. You're too old for this shit. Zuffa Boxing. Zuffa Boxing. This is what I think about it, okay? And this is from somebody who's watched, like, pretty much all of the Zuffa Boxing cards. Maybe I missed one or two here or there. It's a great product that nobody takes seriously because you shove it in the apex and you set the bar way too high despite it being really good for something that recently started. Which is, you're setting it up for failure and it's being overshadowed by the UFC. I don't understand the Zuffa Boxing thing because it is, again, it's a fantastic product. If any of you have watched these cards, they're actually really fucking good. They're all really exciting. The fighters, they're getting quality fighters. They're getting Jai Opetaia. They're getting fucking Conor Benn. You know, I don't rate Callum Walsh highly, but he is still a prospect in boxing. Not the best prospect, but you know, like, I'm gassing Zuffa Boxing up. It's actually really good. But stop acting like it's going to be the king of boxing for the next 100 years. Because you're selling it way too high, and it has so much more to go before it becomes that. Is it promising? Yes, but like, stop. You're killing it before it even starts. You're putting it in the apex. You can sell... Why is Jai Opetaia fighting in the fucking apex? Like, what are we fucking doing? Zuffa Boxing is a beautiful product that is being packaged in the fucking worst way imaginable. And you're putting it in the apex, and these fighters are killing each other. It's just like the apex in the UFC. They're killing each other. And it is an incredible opportunity to be fighting for Zuffa Boxing or even the UFC. And you're putting these guys in the apex. What are you fucking doing? And you're saying it's going to be the king of boxing. What are you fucking doing? You're just setting it up for failure. It has the potential. Don't kill it before it even leaves. Don't kill it before it even starts to approach that potential. It's ridiculous. It pisses me off, bro. It pisses me off. Fighter pay and bonus structure, of course. You have to up the bonuses. 100 grand is... Stop. And 25 grand for a finish is like... I like that they're offering an additional money just fixed for finishes, but it should be like 50. At least. And high key, that should up itself once you get into... top 10, top 5, championship level rankings, because they should favor those fights, wanting to be more exciting, wanting to have fighters really fight for it, for the glory and the belt and the money, not just the fucking money for half these guys or more of these guys. I mean, it's becoming a point where the belt doesn't really mean much other than you're just getting paid. And these guys, I understand it's nice, you should be fighting for your family and all that, and that would help you do that. But at the same time, you know, if your top guy, if Tom Aspinall is getting paid according to Eddie Hearn is one of the worst contracts he's ever seen, and that he'd be paying him 3 to 4 times more, or whatever the number was, 2 to 3 times more, your fighter pay has a major fucking problem. And your bonus structure is extremely fucking flawed as well. Objectively better fights and performances should be given the bonuses, not just the people who are on the main card, you know, especially when they need the money less than the little guys. How many times do we see fights on the prelims or the early prelims not get the fight of the night, and then a fight on the main card, which is clearly worse, still great, but clearly worse in comparison, gets the bonus because it's the bigger name, you know, it's the moneymaker. How many times do you see incredible submissions not get bonuses because knockouts are flashier? Basic knockouts. It makes no sense. You know, imagine just, you know, you're paying your fighters on the prelims like 12K and 12K, and it's just ridiculous. The fighter pay, it needs to be upped. I mean, the minimum should not be 12K. The bonuses should not be 100K. They should be 175 even to 250. And that's, you know, I think a lot of people would argue for a little bit more, maybe in the 300 grand range. It's just ridiculous that the UFC can get away with paying, you know, the Dana White's Contender Series contract is 10,000 and 10,000. That's Crazy. But anyways, I'm dragging it on. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous what Dana White has done with the UFC. Because in my opinion, the product has never been better as far as the fights. I think we've gotten, in the last 6 months of this year, some of the greatest fights we've ever seen. But it's being overshadowed by the fighter pay shit, the Zuffa boxing shit, the fucking power slap shit, the Eddie Hearn beef, the Ngannou beef. Like, imagine if Adam Silver came out and started talking crazy about people that were talking crazy about the NBA. Like, imagine if Adam Silver started talking shit about, like, the EuroLeague. Like, it makes no fucking sense what Dana is doing with the sport, because especially when it's so easy. Dude, match make the fighters properly. I get it that a lot of fights that look a little weird to us in hindsight, you know, they have, you know, there's some contract shit going on in the back. You know, if two fighters are beefing on Twitter and then they don't get matched up, like Gene Silva and Yair Rodriguez, that seems like a no-brainer to make, of course, but like maybe there's contract disputes there. Maybe one of them doesn't want to fight each other, and it's not as easy to make fights as it seems to us as fans, as it actually is. I get that. I understand that. But at the same time, you can't have fights like Volk and Lopez, because you know that Volk is willing to fight everybody, and he shouldn't be fighting, Diego Lopez. You can't have all these fighters on your prelims coming out and saying that they want the bonus because they're not getting fucking paid anything. You know, it's ridiculous. They're begging for bonuses. It's every single card now. It's ridiculous. It's a shame, man. It's a shame, because I really do feel like, you know, Dana, for 95% of the UFC's, lifetime, Dana was the perfect man for the job. And now it just seems like he is terrible. It seems like he's terrible for the job. Do I think it can get better? I don't know. But everything that Dana White is doing in the UFC in 2026, it seems like, for the most part, like, why is KYOJI and Manel Kape not in Japan? That's just, why is that in the Apex? Shit like that. Dana is fucking washed, and, you know, with no end in sight, honestly. No end in sight. It's just getting worse and worse every single day. The political ties to the sport, which I won't even get into in this video because I don't want to fucking talk about that bullshit. It's crazy. It's crazy. Dana is doing everything wrong that you can possibly be doing wrong in 2026 with the UFC. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a comment, like, subscribe. I drop my picks every Saturday for every card, dropping instant reactions as soon as an hour after. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. This has been Shinned. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.